Okay, so deep tillage is even more deleterious. I think that's how you say it. It means bad. Even more harmful to the world's topsoil supply than previously believed. Oh no. For example, farmers who till deeply are 10 times more likely to lose topsoil to erosion than are farmers who use no-till methods. Okay, so if you till deeply, then you're 10 times more likely to see erosion than no-till methods. Okay, those are two options. Results like these make it clear, conclusion, that farmers who now till deeply should strive by using other topsoil aeration techniques to incorporate no-till methods instead. So if you deeply till, you're 10 times more likely to have problems than if you don't till. So you should don't till. What do you guys think? Good argument or bad? Why is it bad?
Our team thought that it fails to account for any level of tilling between.
Oh, that's very technical. It doesn't account for the degree of tilling. Yeah, or the other option, I mean, I think that's a fair point. You could also just say like, wait, we've talked about two options. Is there anything else? Right, like, results like these make it clear that farmers who now till deeply should strive to incorporate no-till methods. What about prayer? I mean, just like, they didn't talk about that, right? Oh, what about the farmers who pray? They're doing batshit crazy, right? All right, anyways. Just thought I'd throw religion in there. Argument depends on assuming which one of the following. That there are no other ways that could do even better. A. This is a necessary assumption, by the way. So, topsoil erosion does not make farmers want to till more deeply. It may make them want to do that, but even if they want to do that, that doesn't really have a lot to do with what they should do, right? The fact that they want to, it's sort of like, oh, well, dieting makes you really want to eat ice cream. Oh, so you should go ahead and do it anyway, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. If you're trying to tell someone you should stop eating ice cream if you want to lose weight, well, you don't say, well, that's assuming that dieting doesn't make them want to eat ice cream even more. Yeah, it might, but that doesn't have anything to do with what they should do, right? So A's out. Was A tempting? Oh, it was. Okay, let's take a look. B, in deep tillage farming, the deeper one tills, the greater the susceptibility to topsoil erosion. We don't need to assume that there's this like one-to-one relationship, right? As you till deeper, you're going to have more erosion. It may just happen all of a sudden as soon as you till deeply. Tilling by any method other than deep tillage is not a viable option. Okay, this is another way of saying, hey, this argument is assuming there aren't other options. And that's a problem. It's also something the argument is assuming, because it's saying, well, you're not as good with this option, so you should go with the non-till option. Well, maybe there's like something in between. That's what you guys were saying. So C is a necessary assumption. D, the most expensive farming methods employ topsoil. We don't care about the price. E, on average, topsoil that is no-tilled is more aerated than topsoil that is tilled deeply. We don't need to assume that it's more. It could be just the same. It's just more effective, or it doesn't result in erosion. Okay, so C is the answer. Are you guys okay with that? Yeah.
I agree. Out of all the options, C is the best.
You agree C is the best, but
the final sentence doesn't say results like these make it clear that farmers who now till deeply only should strive towards the other. It says should.
Yeah.
So
should strive to incorporate no-till methods.
If we're told that the no-till method is better than deep tilling,
yeah,
shouldn't they strive for that as opposed to that?
Not necessarily, because the thing about should conclusions is that they're so far sweeping, right? Like if I told you that law school is cheaper to go to than medical school, right? Fact. Therefore, you should go to law school. What would you say to that? You're like, but yeah, I mean, law school is cheaper. Actually, let's make this even better. Law school is better than medical school. Therefore, you should go to law school. What say ye? Don't look at the argument. This is our argument.
The one reason I'm suspicious is because I'm trying to build in my head if there were two sentences prior to that one, similar to the one argument. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. You know what? Medical school is even more bad for the world than we previously believed. People who go to medical school are 10 times more likely to be criminals than are law students. It's probably the opposite, but results like these make it clear that potential applicants who now want to go to law school should strive instead, no, who now want to go to medical school should strive instead to go to law school. What'd you say? Yeah, okay, that's good.
I
Concede what?
I concede that just because one thing's better than the other doesn't mean that you necessarily need to obtain the other.
And I don't even know if the argument's saying you need to. It's just saying you should strive to do that. Maybe you should strive to go, live in a hut up in Canada. I don't know. Or maybe you should try to go to business school. Right? Like, it's just like, when you say you should do something, you have to say somewhere in the argument, by the way, there are no other options. You have to do that every time. Okay, any other questions on this? Okay.